I have some Indian friends, a man and a wife. In fact, I brought them to this country because they were living in India. And when I brought them to Nigeria, unfortunately this morning, the wife was coming down from the staircase because I put them in a beautiful house they never saw in India. Because this is the only country where white people come and they don't want to go back again. Because this country is a beautiful place. You will not believe me, but this is the best place that God has made. And He has made this place so wonderfully, beautifully, because it is His own place. This is God's own country. So this woman was coming down from the staircase and she tripped. When she tripped, she just fell from the staircase from the first floor to the ground floor. And by the time she fell down to the ground floor, the housemate was sitting, his housemate was there on the ground floor and was looking at her. And she got up and she said, the poor Calabar boy was saying, Madam, sorry. This woman got up and said, the poor boy said, man, he said, did you see my predicament? They said, Madam, I don't see your predicament. And your bomb my zero. I'm an accountant. And you know what accountants do? We count ants. That's why they call us accountants. Because I can take 1 million ants and count them 1 by 1, by 2, by 3, by 5, by 10, by 11. That's my job. You know, I have a client. This my client was, he still is a very big man in society. You know, I have the privilege of only working with very big people. If you don't have money, you can't hire me. I'm expensive. I will tell you that one. I will tell you I'm very expensive. Because when you want to set up a factory of 100,000, I will charge you 250,000 to set it up. So I'm very expensive. You know, and this client of mine is a contractor. He had this big contract in Abuja. You know, Abuja is only contracts, government jobs. They talk of billions. Today they don't talk about billions again, they talk about trillions. When they finish with trillions, they will talk about zillions. We have them. In fact, some of those figures they talk, when you punch your calculator, it will be telling you error. Because the calculator has finished these calculations. So, this my client. I looked at him and said, okay, how now? He said, business is good, but I have one problem. I said, what's your problem? He said, I don't have a child. I said, you don't have a child? I never had this money in the bank. So what do we do? He said, consult the oracle. Oracle. I said, me in only church I they go. I know one woman where they say, this woman, because he says that sometimes God is too slow. So he has to go to the Alpha man so that he can get it right. I said, okay, I don't understand you. What is he talking about? Because my own God is the Almighty. He is the maker of the heaven and the earth. He supplies all my needs at any particular point in time. He said, so what do we do? I said, we'll go to church. He said, okay. Then, this my client, he has only one son. So on this boy's birthday, we all came and we were sitting. And we said, oh boy, what do you want? Oh boy said he wants a sister. Sister? Do you know how long it takes to make a baby? The boy says, Daddy, it's only sister I want. So the father says, do you know what you're talking? You must be talking rubbish. What do you mean? To make a sister? What do you mean? Young man says, Daddy, the only thing you can do for me on this my birthday is give me a sister. The man says he's serious. But my client, every day he goes to the site. This project is not moving on well. You're supposed to have put another building. He says, Supervisor, what are you doing? Supervisor says, okay, we've been working throughout the night. He says, put more men on the job. Because if you put more men on the job, they will at least this first floor would have gone to the second floor by the time you put more men on the job. So that has been the beginning. Let me welcome Corneligwe. Corneligwe is the man who cheated death. He has 7 lives. This man, you see, cheated death so many times. He's my friend. Corneligwe, I welcome you, sir. You're welcome, sir. This man cheated death so many times. Abacha condemned this man to death. After condemning him to death, he sentenced him to 25 years imprisonment. And we said it is not possible. And today the man is living. He didn't go to 25 years imprisonment. He's here with us. Mr. John Obune, sir, we welcome you. Please take your seat, sir. Please, there are seats there. Please, take your seat. I was telling you about this contractor. This contractor, whose son wanted a daughter as his birthday present. And the contractor would always go to the site and ask the supervisor or the foreman to put more men on this job. Because if you put more men on this contract will execute it at when it's possible to execute it. So the contractor was always saying, any day he comes to the site, this site is not moving. What is the problem? The supervisors will say, we need more sand, we need more men. The contractor will say, put more men on the job. Put more men on the job. Every week, the contractor will say, put more men on the job. So when his son wanted a daughter as a birthday present, because this young boy was always staying alone, he now asked the father, he said, Daddy, I want a sister for as a present, as a birthday present. The daddy said, how can you talk like this? Do you know how many months it will take a woman to be pregnant and have a daughter? The young man said, Daddy, put more men on the job. Chief and Mrs. Hyacinth Madawo are here. We welcome you because you have put smiles on our faces. We are celebrating you today.
Shall we start?
We are celebrating you because you are the reason that we have come to Sheraton today. That is the only reason why we are here. Because you have put smiles on our faces. We didn't know that somebody who didn't finish secondary school can be a lawyer. You are the first of his type. We celebrate you, sir.
Thank you very much.
We thank you for honoring us. We say thank you and thank you and thank you. Sir, we want to put your seat. That's where you belong there.
Yes, please.
Yes, MC, please.
Please, this way, madam.
This is the reason why we have gathered you here today. This couple, a couple that we are very proud of. It's a couple in a million. I don't know how many of us who didn't finish secondary school who got to be lawyers in Nigeria. So we're inviting the MCs, Barrister Ikem Okekwe and Mr. Lord Okafor to please take off from me. I have done your job a little bit. You're going to pay me after this. I charge for my services. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Ifeanyi Chukwudekwu. If I please get seated, please be seated. We welcome you. Thank you very much, Ifeanyi. Ifeanyi had just confided in me that if you knew that one basket mount and the rest, if you knew that time, that to be fetching this amount of money, that will be the richest man here today. A round of applause for Ifeanyi. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you. My name is Ikem Okekwe. Working with me will be my good friend Walter Okafor. Now, gentlemen, we are gathered here today for a special reason. We are gathered here today to hold up somebody, hold him up as a light for others to see. The Bible says, "Your light and candle, you don't hide it under the table." We are gathered here today to tell our people that it's never too late to go to school, to tell our people the value of education. We are gathered here today to honor Dara Okenwa. Let me tell you something about Dara Okenwa. You know, the name is appropriate. M&D, when I like Ezafa. But it's not every time that the names are appropriate. Because I also go to a family meeting. I say, oh, Monia, they had as a way of a phone with dinner. If one year, I say, and another phone with dinner, and I want a good record. So, I'm going to have a good record. And another phone with dinner. That Okenwa is a name that fits. A round of applause for that Okenwa. At this juncture, please let me hand over to the chairman of the equation, Prince John Okoli. Prince Okoli is the President General of Okwor Improvement Union. Prince John Okoli is a man that has made his mark in Okwor. So it's very, very appropriate that he should share this occasion. A round of applause for this occasion.
Thank you, Barrister Ikem Okekwe. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, grand and call the couple celebrant, the honor, brothers. I would clearly indulge that we stand for a while for the opening prayer. Heavenly Father, King of kings and Lord of lords, the ancient of days, I am that I am, we've gathered this day to celebrate someone who had burned his late night candles, who had dreamt and the dream came true. We have come to celebrate achievements. We have come to celebrate love. You, God, you are love. And when your children gather in love, you're always there. And we thank you for all these friends who left all their places to come here despite Lagos traffic. Some came from Abuja and the other places. That shows love. Father, we pray that you come to us now as we gather. Bless each and every one of us. Pray for continued blessing on the couple I sent, Madabu. And for him to be a wonderful testimony that if one is determined, whatever one wants, he will get to it. Let us all emulate this wonderful achievement. Come, King of Kings, talk to us, let us share that joy, and let us continue in so doing, so that at the end of the day, all honor, majesty, and power be ascribed unto your holy name, through Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. Please be seated. It is breaking of Kolanov. I think we're speaking English maka ndị Amerịka si na onye na-eruzi ahụ 15 na-enye ha akụzi asụsụ a na-akpọ Igbo okpunye egwu na mana anyị sị na ọ bụghị ezie na eze fọnchi otu n'onye na-egbu ndị onye mkpọrọ nke ahụ ihe na-egbu ọ bụrụkwa na-asị na anyị na ọha asụ Igbo ihe anyị ji asụ ya bụ ka anyị wee nabata anyị nke ọbụla ya zọrọ ọha maka na ndị Igbo a na-eje ka njem mana o mezi na ọ nwere akpa nri na anyị ube ya akọ ejiri chọrụzi Igbo be anyị bụ anyị wee bụ na ebitere ọjị nke a dịka m si mara omenala ụkwụ onye adị m ka isi bi ya dịba na aba mmiri maka na gbasi na onwe ya ojiri ọfụ ụgbọ ga jee bikwa ọjị a ihe mere na ọjị ka anyị na-esepere taa ọ bụrụ na ọnwa onye ọzọ gwara ya nga o wee kọ na-alụkwa gwa ya n'ụzọ onye mmadụ mebiri ihe na alụkwụ wee na-ayọ dịbe anyị ka m bunye dara oke nwa ọjị ka o kwusie ka anyị si ma ọ na-eje ha akwụkwọ nne na nna ya enweghị ego sọsọ ụgbọ ka ọ na-ahụ elu inye ọjị a
ọhaneze obi onye ọbụla ọjị ga-anọ n'elu nwanna m bụ isi oche ebe a ọ bụ eziokwu na ọmanụ ụkọ ka anyị na-eme mana ị ga-ebido maka mana ogere anya prezident anọbago ndị kpọrọ anyị oge ọjị so a na-ebinyezikwa nwere m ọsatị ya aka were mbụ ebe ndị na-esi ya eme
ọ dị mma ọkpụkpa mmiri nwata n'aka n'ụbọchị ọ na-erewe ekpere oke nwee kwenaghị ihe maka na ihe anaghị akọ nke ọ na-adị ụlọ ọrụ bịa anaghị akọ n'ala ike debe anyị ọjị ka ewetara wee na-asị mmụọ ọbụla enyere akwụkwọ ọgụ mana isi elu ọ ga-adị mgbe a kpọrọ prezident jeneral na-ekwu okwu a na-ekwu n'afọ ụkpọ niile ma ọnọdụ gọọmenti wee na-asị okwu a jiri bịa ga na nke a ga-eji na-aga aka ya mma o nweghị ihe gọnahịrị mmadụ tabụ nsọ arịrị tupu ọ na-ara nga ala ọdị enwe onye dị mma ka a na-ekwute ekwute ihe ọjọọ onye ọ na-agbara ọsọ anyị na-ekere Chukwu akpọrọ anyị n'ọṅụ ọ bụ n'anya mmiri anyị na-ekere Chukwu na-asị ede eme na nwanne anyị gbara ezigbo mbọ ewee gọzie maka na anyị mana ọ gbara ụfọdụ nwere ike ịgbọ n'igbo ahụ ma chụrụ eche ahụ ma ha fụ otu ya nwanne anyị si fue wee na-asị Chukwu ka ọ gọziere anyị ọjị a anyị bụ ndị ọbịa n'obodo a isijerecha oru ụlọ ihe anyị ga-eri ya na-apụta ga-ejeri anya ya ha apụta onye nwa na nwa ọnwụ dị ya eme anyị tinye aka n'elu ya abụ ụlọ eti na alọ ya abụ ụlọ onye na-achọ nwa ya amụta nwa onye na-achọ ego eweta ego ma sapahụ na nke ọjọọ na-agbabata ọnwụ ụlọ ọkụ agụziere anyị ọjị ya onye ọka asị ụgbọgụ mere ya mere nwunye dị ka amụbara nwa onye igbo okwu ya na udo ya nsọ anyị tata ịfụnanya tata ọganihu tata udo site na Jizọs Kraịst onye nwe anyị.
udo dịrị onye ọbụla anyị na-eme omenala and dịka the president general wee kọwa ọgwụgwa na mbịara here dịka one of the guests ndị otu anyị megasị here eweta ọjọọ bụ n'ọdụ ụgbọ na-eme o kwesịrị na m ga-awa ọjị dịka ndị omenala be anyị si wee dị usoro omenala agaghị wee jide ọjị nke a and ka ndị amụ ha be anyị bụ isi n'ụbọ and na ndị vileji ahụ ebe a ọ na-abụ sọsọ nwa anọbara na ndị okenye ka anyị na-anọchite anya ha oge nwa nna ọha abụọ ga-awa ọjị nwa na ga-anọdịkwa na ntụ ha asị maka nta isi wee mee asị nwoke dị nwaanyị dị ihe a ga-ebịa bara n'abalị a bụ ife dị mma na-asọ ihe dị mma na-adị mma, ihe dị mma ga na-abịa n'afa Jizọs. Anyị na-atọ nje n'usoro omenala, anyị na-agọ nje n'usoro omenala na-asị dịka ntụ onye nwere ọgọsị wee ego ihe anyị chọrọ bịa obodo ya bụ ego. Ana m achọ ego ọma, ana m achọ ọrụ, maka ọ bụrụ na vileji ka na Legọs, ọ bụrụ na ana m achọ ọrụ anyị chaa na n'ụlọ maka ọrụ ka nke bara na-asị Chineke ebe ego ya gosi anyị anyị fue okwu ụlọ anyị were n'aka edozi ebe anyị dịka ntụ esi wee kwu otu onye isi oche anyị si wee kwu ọnwụnwụ dị n'obodo ebeghị ndị nwaanyị anyị ji anwa anya n'aba anyị. Na-asị na Chineke nna ga-agọzi ụbọchị taa, gọzie ọgbakọba anyị, gọzie oge ka ata na ahụ dị mma n'afọ Jizọs.
Ekene Chairman ya Lagos branch otu ọchị ọ ya onye nzukọ ome ọfụma. Ndị agbata obi anyị ala dị n'ọga enye ọzọ orukwa ọjịrị ụlọ. Okay. All right. Amici? Oleh godu. Kita punya nada. Oh, tidak ada yang mah. Kalau Kawarawa. Ojiluno, yes. Okay. No, this one. Okay, thank you very much. I may need to sit because I've done a lot today and I continue by His grace to be accomplished. Chairman's opening remark. Ifeanyi, who said he's an accountant, I don't know when he should be a comedian. He said that they should put more men in the job. That's what we're doing now. And I'm one of them. There was this boy who lost his father at a very tender age, and very intelligent, about 5, 6. He knew he would go to school, but there was no money. He thought of what to do, took up his Bible, and said he would write to God to tell him that he needs money for so many things, that the mother couldn't do much. And he wrote a letter to God and said, "Dear God, I need $500 to do so many things with my mother." And he addressed it to God, went to the post office and brought it there. The postmaster, being so inquisitive, saw this letter and looked at the handwriting against to God. He hesitated to open it, but he said, "How can somebody write to God? Somebody must know what is being said in this letter." He opened the letter, saw what the boy was requesting, and he was off. He now went around his staff and said, "This boy wrote, his address is there. He wants God to send him $500. Can't we do something to make sure that this boy can achieve what he's asking for?" And they split themselves. You know, some others, they hardly part of their money. And they collected $300. And with that race on that letter, they sent the $300 to the boy. The boy gladly opened the letter and said, "God is wonderful. He sent 500. That's correct, 300. He took up his pen and wrote another one. He said, "Dear God, I need more money. But when you send it, not through the post, because there are only 200 out of 500. So he sent to the same place, dropped his letter. The same man saw the same letter, picked it up, opened it, and saw that he's being accused of stealing 200 out of the 500. Whereas in actual fact, he is the one who labored to make others contribute, to make sure that this boy had his money. gentlemen, at times we accuse people unnecessarily when in actual fact they are not at fault. That boy is right, but he didn't know that it was not God who sent one, because God can never promote anybody. Having said that, we are here to celebrate wonderful evening. I hardly see this time in this country. We celebrate and we come together mostly when there are tears. We don't come for celebration of achievement. And in most cases, there are times when somebody is achieving something in our land. Some people don't see it well. Some people will even say, after all, is he the only one? They condemn, they gossip about it. But this is a time we now saw one of us, of course, with this charming lady behind him. It is said that behind every successful man, there's always a woman. And again, behind every downfall of a man, though, there's also a woman, though. Because Samson was a man, he was so brave, he was courageous. His wife made his eyes to be plucked out, and he became blind while the wife ran away. So every coin has two sides. So, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for coming to celebrate wonderful achievement of one of us, Daroke Nwa. You know, there's much in a name, Daroke Nwa. The time he took that title, I don't know if he knew where he was going to go to, but that name kept guiding him. Like myself, if you want to know, my grandmother gave me that title, Wakobe. It was from my grandmother. And when I was 5, I was doing quite a lot. If you don't say you are, what is good, nobody will say it for you. At tender age 5, 6, I was doing quite a lot. My grandmother saw this and said, this boy will do something. And he said, Wakobe. And I think that name. So, Daroke Nwa started from nothing. And today, look at the wonderful place we find ourselves, which most of us don't even know it is. This is Lagos. And you can only see this in a civilized world where people celebrate achievements. In our own part of the world, it is work, work, work and die. We hardly have time for relaxation. We don't open an arch. I didn't make a so every time they frog, they go on, and the only thing we get into our ambassador. But man, when we find time to relax, when we find time to rejoice, when we find time to laugh, there's much we get from that. I'll tell you one thing, I don't know if everybody has discovered that. You hardly see a Nigerian laughing from his heart, from the bottom of his heart. A Nigerian, because he has a body that nobody knows. No matter how rich, no matter how poor, we hardly come together and laugh and celebrate ourselves or celebrate each other because we're always preoccupied for one reason or the other. So, distinguished guests, I want you to come with me to praise, give honor to whom honor is due. That we have had it even at the beginning, that Daroke Nwa started from just nowhere, and with some sort of determination. Today is a learned gentleman. You know, there are only learned people in the whole world. No other profession is learned. Only lawyers are learned ones. So shall we rise to put our hands together for God? Yes, thank you. Please sit.
Can we give a round of applause to the chairman? Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, our brothers in the house, all protocols duly observed. Our chairman of the house has presently presented the house and has talked about the chairman beautifully well. He has said that nothing, out of nothing, the chairman, the person we are celebrating today, has made it possible for us to be here. Nothing, out of nothing. And that reminds me of a clergyman that had prepared his sermon and was ready to make his sermon. Then he had a very naughty child along the line who moved his sermon from the Bible. So when the clergyman climbed the pulpit and I was able to present his sermon, he looked through, he didn't see his sermon. And what did he do? He said, nothing, out of nothing, God created the world. Alright? And that happened to be one of his best sermons he ever made. And here we are celebrating a friend, a brother. Nothing, out of nothing, you created yourself. And you have made it to greater heights and continue to make it. The chairman also said that there is a great thing in him. So ask yourself today, what is my name? Because if your name is nothing, you will go back to your parents and ask the parents to change their name so that you aspire to grow from where we are today to greater heights. My name is Walter, and I happen to be, I asked my father one time, what is water, if you want to translate water in English? He said, water is a great warrior. I have never fought the war, but I always try to conquer all the challenges I've faced in life. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my great indulgence to adjust this program because on item 4 we have citation of the honoree. We will be shifting item 8 on our agenda to item 4, and that will take us to comments on investment outlook. We are very much aware about the situation we are facing in the society. Nigeria cannot afford to act as if we are not part of the global setup. We are all part of the global setup. What is happening in the United States today and Europe, we cannot act in isolation. So we have today a very good friend, the brother in the house, a renowned chartered banker, a renowned chartered stockbroker, former MD, Nigerian Merchant Bank, chartered stockbroker. I'm privileged. In fact, my privilege is very singular. Somebody I'm not finished. Of course, I was discussing with one of my friends. I know other chartered things that this chartered man will not have. I have the singular honor and privilege to invite to this honored congregation and to present to us comments on investment outlook, who will spend a few minutes with us. And that's Mr. Luke Okonkwo, the now CEO, Trust House Investment Limited. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much.
The chairman of the occasion, the celebrant, good people of Okwo, Anambra, Nigeria around. Good evening. I was tricked into being here today. I was telling you. Most of brothers, we don't want to be in such gathering talking about investments. When I told a friend a few days ago I'll be having this talk, he reminded me of Samuel Peters. I recommend all of you know Samuel Peters, a boxer. And this man, his neighbor is from Akwa Ibom, and the wife is from Ekiti. And the man is always talking about Samuel Peters. Samuel Peters, you know how once he came from our place, he's going to beat this man. And after the fight, the man never spoke again. And a few days after, the wife asked him, what happened to Nigerian Nightmare? You no longer talk about Samuel Peters. He said, forget Samuel Peters. He has been overtaken. He said, by whom? He said, he has been overtaken. Is it because of the man from Ukraine beat him? He said, no. He has been overtaken by the stock market. It's now the Nightmare. The Nightmare will have now the stock market. So, that's all over the world. Challenges all over the place. Markets are going down. People are complaining. So far, I haven't heard of anybody who has died. In 1929, people were jumping from 10-story buildings and committing suicide because the market was going down. But I think people have learned from that. And people are now a bit conscious. Nobody is trying to take this life. So when my brother told me, he called and said, I hope you are aware that Madison was just going to be passed. Yes, we've seen since then. I said, okay, they are going to have a dinner for me. It's wonderful. He said, you know, this dinner is good because we should celebrate good things so that others can also emulate good things. That's a wonderful idea. I didn't know where he was going. When he finished, he said, would I like to give you 1 or 2 thoughts about investment that, wow. Who wants to talk about investment now? But again, you know, the man we are celebrating today is a man of character. Has always been a man of character, and now he's a man of learning also. So why wouldn't you celebrate him? I said, I will come. And so here I am. Again, there are various types of investments. Like just when you say capital, most people think about capital market. You also have human capital. And that's actually what we are celebrating today. The ability for one to develop himself, make himself a better person. That's human capital. But I won't talk about human capital today because that's what we are celebrating. I'm going to talk about investment. The stock market in Nigeria. When I was asked to talk, the mama came to my office and took almost 2 hours. One evening, he deceived me again. They always very good in paying on me. He said, we'll come. I said, he said, we'll come in the morning. I said, fine. He didn't come in the morning. As I was about to go around 5, mama walked into my office. And we are there till after 7. All sorts of things. I said, what am I supposed to talk? He said, you are giving a clean board. Say whatever you want to say on investment. So I thought about it. It became a very difficult thing for me to put through. I said, why not talk about Nigerian stock market, present challenges and opportunities. Present challenges, lessons and opportunities. So everybody is involved. Even on other writers. Everybody has invested in the market in the last 2 years. People come. Some even have done more daring thing. You know, I've had instances of people who say they want to sell their building to put the money in capital market. But I had a neighbor who said so. I got home one Friday and the man said, they said the man was looking for me. One important chief used to be a diplomat. So it was late, so I called him on phone and I said, what have I done this time around? The man said, I will forgive him, he came to my house, forgot I was going to work. But I wanted to discuss 1 or 2 things to me. I said, will it be too late tomorrow morning? It was around 10. He said, no, tomorrow will be fine. So I walked into his house in the morning. And he said, he wants to sell one of his buildings to put in the market. But his sons, living in UK, asked him to ask probably, you should seek advice. And somebody told him, why not go to Mr. Congo? So that's why he wanted to hear from me. So I made that and said, Baba, don't do that. Why will you sell your house? He said, in 3 months or 2 months, the money will double. I said, but don't do that too. It's going on, it can also come down. I took time and explained to him. Then I want to believe that he accepted my advice. But today I was reading this day back page. And the writer there, the editor, Simon, I used to enjoy him a lot. Simon said he sold his land somewhere, got 1.7 million naira, brought and put into the market. Now the value of the land is 5 million. You can't sell the shares. Even if you sell the shares today, you can't get 200,000 shares. Today's back page is when you don't read. That is the challenges. But that does not mean I'm those who invested in the market. Well, you also admitted. You could have gone the other way around, probably make 50 million, like some people say the kids. The truth is that the road that leads to the Nigerian stock market, on any stock market, there are 2 roads. I can also go, I can also come back. And those who benefit from it are those who look very well. That's the situation. The capital market remains the strongest means to accumulate wealth. But You must do it properly. There's a difference between casinos and capital markets. Those who want to play like casino are those who always have stories to tell, like Simon Colawore, the man who was this. Or my neighbor who wanted to say his house. I believe, and I hope he didn't make the mistake after I explained to him. But our market has gone well. You know, interest in capital markets grew substantially. After the banks and insurance companies came to raise money, everybody knew about it. Zenith, Kun, every part of this country. In fact, First Bank brought live elephants to Broad Street, Marina. People saw elephants. Before then, they painted the footsteps of elephants around Lagos. So they created awareness and people came to the market to invest. Along the line, people now thought it's easy for you to amass a lot of wealth in the market. And they no longer ask questions. They will buy, sell tomorrow, buy today, sell tomorrow. And they were making money. They never bothered to find out the companies they were buying, what do they produce? What do they sell? You know, people will tell you they bought Afro Oil. You say, where do you have their filling station? Yes, they bought Afro Oil. And they bought all sorts of things. Then the banks pumped in a lot of money. If you have 100,000 naira, you go to some of the banks, they will give you 300,000, maybe 400,000, they are buying shares in the market. As that was going on, a number of people decided to do what they call private placements. Got no big trees. Very good in making bread, cakes, and Big Street came to the market, sold their shares at 3 naira, it went as high as 19 naira, 20 naira. And people said, wow, why are we even buying this public protest company? We should buy the private placement. So when they come to the market, once you bought 2 naira, you go to 40 naira and you sell. So people start selling what they have in the market to buy private placement. As that was going on, the reforms on the Nigerian capital market was being publicized all over the world as the best. Hedgeman, portfolio investors all over the world landed in Nigeria. They want to partake in it. This Nigerian factor, they want to partake in it. And they were buying. All of a sudden, Soludo came with again his own magic. And that said, no more margin lending. Only one instrument published. That was business. Central Bank denied, never told anybody anything. Show us where we take it. So banks started calling their loans and said they will no longer give loans. As if that was not enough, they now said all these banks are making noise. First Bank is bigger than Union Bank. Zenith is bigger than UBA. Now all of you must have one common year end. You could go and see half a couple. One common year end. And all the banks are looking for deposits. Once you break the vase, even if you want to sell a ticket, Central Bank now said, we didn't tell anybody not to give margin loans. But anyway, if you say we told you, we have reversed it, please go and give margin loans. Banks, no more common year end. In fact, first of all announced, we are postponing it to 2009. And the people say, how can you say postpone it to 2009? If you do that, it means the bank will still start going for deposits, offering impossible rates. So they now said, banks are free to have your year end whenever you like. But then the damage has been done. And no one was prepared to buy. Prices of stocks are going down. Access Bank that opened this year at 23 naira, it's about 10 naira something. Because they are market makers. First Bank that opened at 50 naira is now 24 naira something. GTB that opened around 35 naira is now 18.99. Yes, these companies are declaring wonderful results. Very good results. So the question is, what has happened? Have we gotten to the bottom? But that's the problem. People say the supply of stocks in the market is so much that people, if you buy it today at 24 naira, maybe in a week's time, it can go to 20 naira. Yes, it is good at 24, but it's going to be better to bought at 20 naira. So people are sitting on the fence. Initially, the federal government announced a package of measures that will address these problems. One is, Soludo said, we are going to reduce our cash reserve requirement from 4 to 2%. That will give the banks a lot of money. Reduce liquidity ratio from 40 to 30%. That will reduce a lot of money to the banks. And now reduce MPR, monetary policy rate, from 10.25 to 9.75. That will give a lot of money. People say what they are charging in the market is too much. Stock is said we will reduce our own by 50%. SEC said we will reduce our own by 50%. They said that's not enough. Appoint market makers. They said they will appoint. But share buyback, they can buy their shares. The federal government now said they are going to set up a stabilization fund that will go into the market and mop up the excess supply so that people can sell. But that becomes a Nigerian problem. Some people say that is like Niger Delta. Well, our brothers from Niger Delta, we know we love you. So Niger Delta is that we know the problem, nobody is prepared to provide solution. Now government said now, no, they will no longer put money into the market. People should find a way to solve it. Some people are reading me political. But I said it's not political. I told my colleagues, I want to refute, I said, it's not political. Why will it be political? I said, you know, the Abuja is controlled by people from one part of the country. I said, the richest man in Nigeria today in Africa, who made his money in the capital market, is from that part. They don't want him to drop. We all know today. Like the man has valued investment in the stock market today, it's from the north. I don't believe that. So, but that's the situation. We are now sitting there like guys in Niger Delta with problem. The hope we have is that a group of banks have said they will come and they will put money. Because a lot of people believe if First Bank was good at 40 naira, it can only be better at 24. Guaranteed Trust Bank, if only good at 5 naira, it can only be better at 1899. Oceanic Bank declared the result 41 billion naira against 17 billion. Just announced 3 days ago. So what has gone wrong? So that is the problem. The problem we have that those who want to sell today cannot sell, prices are going down. A lot of people have lost a lot of money. But there are lessons to be learned. And the first lesson, in my opinion, is that the worst hit in this problem are those who bought what they didn't understand. You know, there was this friend of ours. He came to our office. I'm sorry to use that example. He bought Afro. He wanted to buy Afro. So I said for that. Why do you want to buy Afro? He said, Uncle, I want to buy Afro. They said it is just moving up. I said, I've known this company for more than 20 years. What do you know about Afro? He said it's not important. They think it's going to move up. Because the husband actually said that if you want to buy the stock market, go to the store. So after answering her, she left. She went to my people and put it in, and the thing now is going on. Each time she sees me, she will just smile. I thought you are a professional. You see, the thing is going on. Until stock exchange just put suspension. The man said he wants to see me. He said, is that all? I said, what is all? I mean, there's no way I can even get my money. I said, well, until they remove the suspension. I don't know whether they will remove the suspension, but until they remove it. So a lot of people bought what they didn't know. People were buying Asaba Texami. Meanwhile, people from Asaba know that Asaba Texami was closed. In fact, the gate man there doesn't go inside the premises because the type of alcohol will be never so. I'm telling you, they are selling the company in piecemeal. They will remove part of generator and sell. Nothing is working there, and the price was going on. People were buying. So that's the problem. People were buying. A lot of other companies own the high tech. They said they are penny stocks. The penny stocks we drop. You know elephants don't gallop. It is the ants that gallops. But something makes the elephant, the other one is small. So the first lesson is that you buy what you know. Most of us here are business people. I don't think you go into the market and buy a product to sell if you don't know that product. You know what it's going to be used for. You know whether it works well. You know, you ask some questions. Why is it that when people are committing their money in a similar investment now, they don't ask questions? That's the first lesson. The second lesson is that you must invest what you can afford to lose. If you go home, there's a guy go get home, and Madam prepares food, and he said, I said, what is the problem? He said, no. Because he has looked at the value of investment in the stock market, he has gone down by half. You should not be in that business. Therefore, you must only invest what you can lose. And the message is this. All these prices have gone down. We've known over time. The prices will go up. They will surpass the present position. It's the only man who has this ability to stay on, will see it through, and be able to reap the benefits. There's no way First Bank will remain at 24. Give it to another 1 year, First Bank will go to 50 something. So, but if I sold today, you probably are forced to sell today because you took all the money you are doing business and put it there, thinking that in 2 weeks you're going to double. So that's the second lesson. The fourth lesson is that if investment is going to give you nightmares, if you're going to be honest and repeat as to you, reduce the amount you are going to invest. The fourth one, long-term investors have profited most all over the world. You can ask Warren Buffett. He's the richest man in America today. He does nothing but investments. And he said, I buy to hold forever. So people who tell you we buy today and sell tomorrow, it's good for me because if you buy, I get my commission. If you sell, I get my commission. If you don't sell when you buy, I wait. But the truth, I'm going to tell you the truth, because I reckon that's why I invited me here, is that those who make money in this market are those who stay long. Short-term investors, those who bought First Bank when it was 3 naira, 6 naira, they can sell today at 24. You can't compare the man who bought at 40 and wants to double. Well, somebody, when the rumor came that UBA is going to give bonus, I go to the floor. This is my brother Clement. I asked Clement, what's the rumor? He said, somebody said it's 1 for 1. But the other day, somebody said it's 1 for 2. And now somebody just called him and said it's 1 for 4. What I'm telling you is not stories, it's real. Yeah. I said, which one is he? He doesn't know that. They said, there's only one person who knows what is going to be. Tony Elumelu. So one man who thought he has delivered. Because what he needs for this is deliver action. Went, left his house, and took 500 million naira and bought UBA. The last time I asked, the man is in London in the hospital. Because UBA climbed down from that something naira and it's 22 naira, or 22 naira or so on Friday. The man is in the hospital. Greed and fear are the most powerful emotions we have. Of course, you must have some sense of greed for you to go out and do business. And also, you must have some element of fear to know when you can go over. Because often, the man who is careful survives this crisis. So when you throw caution to the winds, then you are going to have trouble. So these are the problems. The likely thing that will happen is as soon as the market starts, people will throw in their investment and say bye-bye. They will not come again. You know, there was this friend of mine. A relation of his came to Lagos for holidays. And while they were working at Aswani Market, somebody just came and grabbed the lady on his neck and poured the pendant forcefully and enjoyed the rest of it. The young girl who came from Soka said, I want to go home today. This Lagos, I want to leave. He doesn't want to stay anymore. So many people will do that. They want to leave the market as soon as possible. My advice is this. If you haven't left before now, especially if you have good strong companies, don't leave. Because as soon as the market stabilizes, it will take another 3 weeks or 4 weeks, and prices will move on. I don't want to do this, but I will do it. I can count some companies I know surely are trading below their fair value. First Bank, Guarantee Trust, UBA, Oceanic, Diamond Bank. These are companies that are trading below their fair value. Nigerian Progress, Guinness, they are trading below their fair value. So, if you have such companies, why do you want to sell today? Why do you want to sell the First Bank to bought at 15 naira, 24 naira? But if you won't sell because you have a problem, so you must. Otherwise, if you have the power to stay on, I think the darkest part of the night is closest to dawn. So that's my advice to you. And don't, because you have lost money, say, I won't come back to the market. This place is where you can make money. Because you got people to work for you. The best brand in this country are running these banks. Jimovi, Kaya Derilu, Joko Pateki. These are the best brands you have in this country. They are running these companies. And by investing in those companies, you are getting them to work for you. Because I'm sure, if you want to hire such people, you will pay in dollars to have them. But you are not paying in naira to have them work for you. Why do you want to do so for you? Good evening.
That's a wonderful thing. Let's give you a round of applause. On behalf of Citizens, I want to say a big thank you for a well-presented document, given a very short notice. We will take 1 or 2 questions. Then before we do that, I would just want to have 1 minute synopsis of what you have put together this evening. First of all, you did say that there are 2 types of investment: human investment and capital investment. We are here today celebrating more of human investment, but you have also taken out time to talk about some sort of capital investment. Then, stock market, we also say that the stock exchange is for everybody: the driver, the caretaker, the managing directors, everywhere. Everybody is involved. Stock market, stock exchange remains the strongest means to create wealth. So for those of us here, our take home is that we should be very mindful and should also realize that even though we are having some challenges today, stock exchange, the capital market, remains the greatest means to create wealth. The interest, even though we have experienced some sort of decline in the capital market, but it still remains the avenue, and we have also recognized that it has grown substantially today. Some banks, some institutions have recorded some level of decline, but it still remains, it has grown substantially. Then you talked about be careful, knowledgeable of stocks you buy. Just don't buy today because the stocks have grown from 24 to 30, but be mindful and be correct, be careful and knowledgeable of what you're going to invest. That will also take us through that we need our advisors from the stock market to advise us on what we want to buy, when we want to buy, and when we want to buy. You also need to, you must invest what you can afford to lose. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what our learned friends, because not just the lawyers are learned friends, stock brokers also learned, because that's the area, also your field of operation. If investment is going to give you nice money, please, let's have very attention. That's what our friend is saying. We should invest, be courageous. Those who make money are those who want to go in there. They have long-term vision, they're not short-focused. And that's what he's saying. If you want to go in there and want to come out tomorrow, don't go in there because it's for long-term investment. And that